Hi there guys, Lenise here from Fox 10 News, and I am so excited to be reading with you today. This is a book that I really liked as a kid. It's called Ira Sleeps Over. Have you read this one before? I hope you like it. I was invited to sleep at Reggie's house. Was I happy? I'd never slept at a friend's house before. But I had a problem. It began when my sister said, "Are you taking your teddy bear along?" "Taking my teddy bear along?" I asked. "To my friend's house? Are you kidding? That's the silliest thing I've ever heard. Of course I'm not taking my teddy bear." And then she said, "But you've never slept without your teddy bear before. How are you going to feel sleeping without your teddy bear for the very first time?" And there she is asking him. Oh boy. "I'll feel fine. I'll feel great. I'll probably love sleeping without my teddy bear. Just don't worry about it," I said. "Who's worried?" she said. Oh, but by now she had me thinking about it. She really had me thinking about it. I began to wonder, suppose I won't like sleeping without my teddy bear? Suppose I just hate sleeping without my teddy bear. Should I take him? "Take him," my mother said. "Take him," said my father. "But Reggie will laugh," I said. "He'll say I'm a baby." "He won't laugh," said my mother. "He won't laugh," said my father. "He'll laugh," said my sister. I decided not to take my teddy bear. There he is, so distraught. That afternoon, I played with Reggie. Reggie had plans, big plans. Tonight he said, "When you come to my house, do you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna have fun. First, I'm gonna show you my junk collection. After that, we're gonna have a wrestling match. And after that, we're gonna have a pillow fight. And after that, we'll do magic tricks. And after that, we'll play checkers. And after that, we'll play dominoes. And after that, we can fool around with my magnifying glass." "Great," I said. "I can hardly wait." "By the way," I asked, "what do you think about teddy bears?" But Reggie just kept on talking and planning as if he'd never heard of teddy bears. And after that, he said, "You know what we're going to do after that? After that, when the lights go out and it's dark in the house, guess what we can do?" "What?" I asked. "We can tell ghost stories." "Ghost stories," I said. "Ghost stories," said Reggie. "Scary, creepy, spooky ghost stories." I began to think about my teddy bear. "Does your house get very dark?" I asked. "Uh-huh," said Reggie. Very dark?" "Uh-huh," said Reggie. "By the way," I asked, "what do you think about teddy bears?" Suddenly, Reggie was in a big hurry to go someplace. "See you tonight," he said. "See you," I said. I decided to take my teddy bear. "Good," said my mother. "Good," said my father. And there they are. But my sister said, "What if Reggie wants to know your teddy bear's name? Did you think about that? And did you think about how he will laugh when you say Tata? It's a silly baby name even for a teddy bear." "He won't ask," I said. "He'll ask," she said. I decided not to take my teddy bear. At last, it was time to go to Reggie's house. "Good night," said my mother. "Good night," said my father. "Sleep tight." said my sister. I went to Reggie's door. And that night, Reggie showed me his junk. He showed me his flashlight collection, bottle caps, a chain made of chewing gum wrappers, some picture postcards, an egg timer, jumbo goggles, a false nose and mustache, and a bunch of old rubber stamps and labels from his father's office. We decided to play office with those rubber stamps. After that, we had a wrestling match, and we had a pillow fight, and then Reggie's father said, bedtime. Already, said Reggie. Already, said his father. We got into bed. Good night, said Reggie's father. Good night, we said. Reggie sighed, and I sighed. Well, we can still tell some ghost stories, said Reggie. Do you know any, I said. Uh-huh, said Reggie. Reggie began to tell a ghost story. Once there was this ghost, and he lived in a haunted house, only he did most of the haunting himself. This house was empty except for this ghost because nobody wanted to go near the house because they were so afraid of the ghost. And every night this ghost would walk around the house and make all kinds of clunky, creaky sounds, like that. And he would go around looking for people to scare because that's what he liked to do most. And he was so scary to look at. Oh, was he scary? And then Reggie stopped. Are you scared? He asked. Uh-huh. Are you? What? Said Reggie. Are you scared? Just a minute. I have to get something, said Reggie. What do you have to get? I asked. Oh, just something, said Reggie. Reggie pulled the something out of the drawer. The room was dark, but I could see it had fuzzy arms and legs, and it was about the size of a teddy bear. I looked again, and it was a teddy bear. Reggie got back in bed. Now about this ghost, he said. Is that a teddy bear? I asked. What? Said Reggie. Is that your teddy bear? I said. Oh, you mean this bear? Yeah, the one you're holding, I said. Uh-huh, Reggie answered. Do you sleep with him all the time? What? Said Reggie. Do you sleep with him all the time? Oh, uh-huh. Does your teddy bear have a name? Does your teddy bear have a name? I said louder. Uh-huh, said Reggie. What is it? You won't laugh, said Reggie. No, I won't laugh, I said. I promise. It's Foo-Foo. Did you say Foo-Foo? Uh-huh, said Reggie. Just a minute, I said. I have to get something. What do you have to get? Reggie asked. Oh, something, I answered. The next minute, I was ringing my own doorbell. The door opened. Ira, everyone said. What are you doing here? Oh, I changed my mind, I answered. You what? Said my mother. You what? Said my father. You what? Said my sister. She was still awake. I changed my mind, I said. I decided I'm going to take Tata after all. I went upstairs, and soon I was down again with Tata. My sister said, Reggie will laugh. You'll see how he'll laugh. He's gonna fall down laughing. He won't laugh, said my mother. He won't laugh, said my father. He won't laugh, I said. I came back to Reggie's room. I have a teddy bear too, I said. Do you want to know his name? I waited for Reggie to say uh-huh, but Reggie didn't say uh-huh. Reggie didn't say anything. I looked at Reggie, and he was fast asleep. Just like that, he had fallen asleep. Reggie, wake up, I said. You have to finish telling that ghost story. But Reggie just kept holding on tight to his teddy bear and went right on sleeping. And after that, well, there wasn't anything to do after that. Good night, I whispered to Tata, and I fell asleep too. Ira Sleeps Over. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for allowing me to read this book to you. So much respect for what the Boys and Girls Club has done in our community in the past and what they continue to do in the future. Take care.